Something that's super ironic is that if you were a woman and your goal is to embody more of your unique femininity, one of the ways you do that is by integrating your masculine. It's super ironic. You think, if I was to integrate more of my masculine, you're telling me that makes me more feminine. And the answer is yes. At a certain stage. There's really 3 stages to this. This is stage 3. I'm just jumping right to this because I've got a number of clients who are at this stage and it's relevant to where they are right now. There is stage 1 and there's stage 2. Those are different video topics. But stage 3 is integrating your masculine. The reason why doing this enables you to embody more of your expression of the feminine is because a lot of the times the reason why a woman is more masculine than she is either aware of or she would prefer to be is because her masculinity is coming out of her unconsciously. She doesn't have a channel for her masculine. She doesn't have an outlet for it in a conscious, intentional way. And so it bleeds or bursts out of her in an unconscious, unintentional way. Because she's got that energy in her. She has got a spirit man in the psyche. It's called your animus. She has got a masculine force within her. Every woman does. And he wants some form of expression. He wants some kind of channel. And if he doesn't have an outlet, he is going to make an outlet. And usually when the animus makes his way out, probably not going to come out in the way that you would prefer. Okay, the classic example is the Karen, right? The 48-year-old Karen. She's got the haircut, wants to argue with the manager. Okay, that's a woman who we would say she's animus possessed. She's not integrated her own inner masculine and found a healthy and suitable outlet for it in a conscious way. And so that the masculine is bleeding out of her constantly through her interactions, or in certain moments, bursting out of her, taking possession of her personality and turning her into this ball-busting, argumentative, overly opinionated, boorish type man. That's why she behaves like that, is because she is possessed by the negative, unhealthy masculine within her. You don't typically look at the Karen like that as the paragon of what femininity looks or feels like. She's not particularly magnetic because she's so regularly possessed by this type of masculine force within her. And so this is why it's the 3rd stage of a woman's feminine embodiment journey, is integration of the masculine. And by bringing the masculine in and forming a deeper relationship with him, A, and then B, finding an outlet or outlets for him that work for you, you give him that expression. He doesn't need to control you. He doesn't bleed out of you. He doesn't burst out of you. He doesn't take possession of your waking personality. And as a consequence, you are actually free to be the authentic, more embodied feminine version of you. Now, I did say this is stage 3 of doing this. For a lot of people, it's really just even more effective to do stage 1 and stage 2. And I'll go to these really quick for the sake of the video. Stage 1 is what I call performative femininity, or act as if femininity. This is exactly what it sounds like. Sometimes the main lever you need to pull to feel more feminine as a woman is to simply just act like a feminine woman, to present yourself more as one. Whether you dress like one, you speak like one, you walk like one, you whatever. You see a woman that you know, or if she's a celebrity you admire and she exudes a certain kind of feminine energy, sometimes all you have to do is just, what is she doing that's working? And how can I take some of what's working for her and apply it in my own unique way? Don't copy her carbon copy style, because now you're being inauthentic and you're trying to be someone you're not. But she presents herself in a certain way. She holds herself in a certain way. She speaks a certain way. She dresses a certain way. Whatever it is she's doing, what is working for her, take that. That's a very big lever you can pull to immediately start acting as the feminine woman, to therefore feel like the feminine woman, to therefore become the feminine woman. And for a lot of people, that's all you need. Sometimes you do that at stage 1 and you feel significantly more aligned within yourself. You notice your interactions with other women is going to change, and you notice that men treat you very differently just by pulling that first lever. You didn't need to do the depth work. You didn't need to do deep animus integration. We didn't need to go to stage 2. Sometimes stage 1 is all you needed. And I would even say for a lot of people, try to skip to stage 3, but not having mastered stage 1 is very problematic. Sometimes you just need to throw on a nice outfit that you feel very beautiful in, and it's colorful and it draws the attention, and you got a nice smile on your face, and you go and do something fun, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, I've gotten approached for the first time in like 10 years. Okay, so that's stage one. We could say that's act as if femininity. Stage two is shadow work related, and it's healing some of the internal blocks. Okay, so that would be healing some of your inner child or inner teen wounds where you felt unsafe to be feminine. It's healing the mother wound where your mother was the model of femininity for you, but you had a poor relationship with her, and by extension, you now have a poor relationship with your own inner woman. It's fear of rejection or vulnerability by being that woman and healing those, or releasing you grew up and you were only ever praised or loved for being performing well, and so you were conditioned to be a masculine woman because that was the only time your father told you he was proud of you. And so it's releasing those types of blocks that are inhibiting you from embodying and feeling safe to be fully femininely you. That's the second stage. And then the third stage is where we get into the depths of, and now you know how to act feminine in a performative way, stage one. You've released a lot of the deeper blocks that were hindering you from being even more empowered in that, stage two. And then now the depth work is you meet the inner masculine and you start integrating some of his qualities, and you find outlets for him so that he's no longer unconsciously overpowering or possessing you. And that's when you have fully arrived. That is like the masterpiece work. It's a minority of people who get to that point, but if you do, it's profoundly transformational. For a lot of people, it's not even necessary. I wouldn't say it's necessary to get to stage three to then be ready to attract the right relationship with the right partner for you. I don't think that's necessary. I think for most people, you can accomplish that most of the time even with just stage one, or certainly stage one and stage two. But if you do get to stage three, that is the soul's path. That's the soul's journey. And there's a certain depth that comes out of there that you will attract a profound relationship with yourself or keep one, but it's also the actualization of who it is that you truly are. And that's a different stage entirely. But anyways, there's a lot more I could say on this. It's just something I've been thinking about, and I wanted to clarify because I work with a lot of women, and a lot of them will ask, how do I embody more of my femininity? And these are really the three stages of like, what are the main levers you can pull that will give you the highest ROI, and where do you start depending on where you are on your own journey. So, and obviously I am not a woman nor a feminine woman. So there are elements and nuances of womanhood and the feminine that I cannot nor will I ever understand. But the way I can still help women actualize this in themselves is that I embody a grounded, present, masculine mirror for them. And when we work in a container together, by mirroring the masculinity that they might not have ever had access to, this helps them find the center point of their own femininity in contrast to the energy that I bring. So this is what I have found over 7 years doing this full time. What I've seen works with my female clients of how do I help her embody more of her feminine. We work down these three stages depending on where she is, which levers do we pull the most, making sure we master the foundational basics first. Stage one, most obvious lever to pull, okay? Stage two, we've made a bunch of shifts here, okay, and then if we get to that stage, we can go into stage three, and that's where a lot of the depth soul work comes in. And that's for a certain minority of clients, but we do that as well. So I hope this has helped. I always try to keep these videos shorter, and here I am at the 9-minute mark. Anyways, I hope this resonates with you guys. See you all in the next one.